Welcome to Tata Crucible Campus Quiz 2024. For 20 years, we've been leading the way, sparking curiosity and discovering the brightest minds across India, with the legends who've made this journey unforgettable. Your quizmaster, the one and only Pick Brain, and the ever-energetic Rashmi Furtado. And now it's time to kick off the ultimate zonal final.
A big hello and a warm welcome to each and every one of you. You're with me, Pick Brain, with my colleague Rashmi Furtado, as we welcome you to the final zonal round of Tata Crucible for Campuses 2024. For now, I'm not going to stand between you and the zonal final as we celebrate 20 years of celebrating knowledge at Tata Crucible. Truly a momentous year as we're going to try and pick our final national finalist. To take you through that, as I will join you a little later to identify that finalist, for now, let me hand you over to my young colleague, Rashmi Furtado, to get the process moving. All yours, Rashmi.
Thank you, Big Brain. Well, ladies and gentlemen, time for us to start the zonal final here today. And all of them who have qualified for the zonal final are extremely good quizzers and are champions from their respective cluster final. You will see how they will play this entire zonal final. I would be surprised if I'm allowed to complete my questions. That is how they will play this entire zonal final here today. So let's get started and invite all of our finalists on stage. With our first finalist here today on table number 1, representing NIT Agartala, is Sumit. Following Sumit, on table number 2, representing Sikkim Manipal Institution, is Shashwat Mishra. On table number 3, following Shashwat, representing NIT Rourkela, is Paras. To my left, on table number 4, representing XIMB from Bhubaneshwar, is Kevin. Following Kevin, on table number 5, representing NIT Jamshedpur, is Tarun. And completing this lineup for us here today on table number 6, representing IIT Dhanbad, is Avinash. Let's move into the first round of this quiz here today. Coming up is domain expertise. Here we go. Let's get started with the first round. The first question of this round, the domains of course will come before the question. Legends is what we are looking at. All you need to do is identify this legendary leader. You can add many more adjectives to him, dynamic, legendary, all of that. All right, Tarun, go ahead.
Charlie Munger.
Oh, getting a minus 20 on that. On the second attempt, I was going to give you a clue, but then you went on the buzzer just before that. It's unfair for me to continue with the clue for a second attempt now. All right, no one going on the buzzer. The answer from the world of Tatas, from the world of Tata Steel, Rusi Modi is what I was looking for as an answer. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 2. Identity is what we are looking at. Here we go. Go ahead, Avinash.
This is Great Wave of Kanagawa.
Okay, and something more. Why am I asking that in a business quiz? Plus 20 to you, don't worry. Now tell me why. Now tell me why am I asking it in a business? I get so stressed. Now can you tell me why I'm asking you in a business quiz?
Some surfing company also derives their logo from this, I guess, Great Wave of Kanagawa.
Absolutely right. Plus 20 to you. Let's move on to the next one. Question number 3. Coming up from the world of celebrities, all you need to do is identify this celebrity. Here we go. At my table, a celebration of home cooking. BBC as a clue there because she appears a lot on BBC. No one going on this one. She's a celebrity chef, but way before that she was a journalist. She's won many awards for journalism as well. And after that moved into her passion, which is cooking, the celebrity chef Nigella Lawson. That's what I was looking for. Let's move on to the next one. That's question number 4. Coming up, origins is what we are looking at. Question coming up on your screen now. The company traces its roots to Schwarzschild and Sulzberger, which is a meat packing company based in New York that operated meat packing slaughterhouses. Later, it started making tennis racket strings, violin strings, surgical sutures, but soon expanded into baseball shoes and tennis rackets. How do we know this company today? Oh, Paras, go ahead on table number 3.
Babolat from tennis, Babolat.
Minus 20 on that. Zonal is going to be a tough one. You have to qualify to the national final from this. Go ahead, Sumit.
Yonex.
Yonex, giving him another minus 20 here today. You all went along the lines of the strings and the rackets. I was going to continue saying this brand was part of a movie that was called The Longest Advertisement for FedEx. The answer is Wilson. Wilson is what I was looking for. If you can recall that movie, the ball that is there with that palm as a mark, Wilson is what was the name of the brand for that ball. Let's move on. Next one, question number 5. Reports is what we are looking at. When I say reports, many reports that are released in the global business market, that's what I'm looking at. Question coming up on your screen now. He is Mr. Willie. He chaired the first independent commission for international development issues and is credited to be the creator of a famous report that is the basis of the modern concept of dividing the world into geographical halves, basis GDP per capita. What report am I talking about? Oh, tough ones here today. Let me give you the answer for this one. His full name, Mr. Willy Brandt, that is B-R-A-N-D-T, and the report is Brandt Report. That is what I was looking for as an answer. Tough ones at the zonal final, but of course this is a step closer to the national final, so it is bound to happen. Let's move on to the next one. Question number 6, from the world of publishing, here we go. Which famous publishing house started by Alfred and Blanche and owned by Penguin Random House is this? All right, time is up. The answer I was looking for is Knopf. That is K-N-O-P-F. Knopf is what I was looking for. Let's move on to the next one. That's question number 7. Shopping. All right, shopping is what we're looking for. Here we go. The business was established in 1947 by this man called Erling Persson. He opened his first shop in Sweden that sold only women's clothing initially. Paras, go ahead.
IKEA from Sweden.
Women's clothing initially is what I said when I ended what I said. Minus 20 on IKEA. He went along the lines of Sweden. Go ahead.
Forever 21.
Forever 21 is what Shashwat says. He also gets a negative on that. Completing my question. The name of the store meant for her in Swedish language. How do we know this brand today that exists in India as well? The answer, H&M. H&M is what I was looking for as an answer. All right, let us move on to the next one. That is question number 8. From the world of brands, coming up is this question. Here we go. She is Corey Barry. She's the CEO of which US American or other American multinational consumer electronics retailer headquartered in Minnesota and founded in 1966. It is traded on the New York Stock Exchange as BBY. Oh, you all know this brand. He is going for it. He's trying. Go ahead, Avinash.
Blueberry. Blackberry.
Minus 20 on that. Minus 20. All right. Anyone else? I said retailer. Blackberry alone can't be a retailer. Okay, no one going on this. The answer I was looking for is Best Buy. Best Buy is what I was looking for. Hence, I said BBY on New York Stock Exchange. I thought that would give you all a good clue. Let's move on to the next one. Question number 9. World of food. All you need to do is identify this brand. Here we go. On table number 2, Shashwat, go ahead.
धनिया 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 धनिया.
This is BV Now. And this is BB Now. Matlab Big Basket Now. Delivering in 10 minutes.
Little Caesars.
Little Caesars Pizza. Absolutely right. Plus 20 to you. Plus 20 to you. Absolutely right. Little Caesars Pizza is what I was looking for. The final one from this round, question number 10. From the world of campaigns, let's see what we have. Here we go. She modeled once and became... Go ahead, Paris.
The Columbus Pictures.
Columbia Pictures, the lady with the torch. Plus 20 to you. Absolutely right. From the world of entertainment, and of course our entertainment partner right there, Tata Play Binge on the screen. Columbia Pictures giving Paris his plus 20. Let me please invite Pig Brain back on stage to take this quiz forward. Over to you, Pig Brain.
गुड मॉर्निंग बच्चों. आज हम पढ़ेंगे कि 4 गुणा 4 16 नहीं 199 होते हैं.
कैसे सर?
अरे बताता हूँ. सबसे पहले तो टाटा प्ले बिंज ऐप डाउनलोड करो.
ओके सर.
यहाँ मिलेंगे 30+ OTT ऐप्स. उनमें से डिज्नी प्लस हॉटस्टार और Z5 जैसे अपनी पसंद के कोई भी 4 ऐप सिलेक्ट करो.
बढ़िया सर.
और इन चारों ऐप्स का सारा कंटेंट देखो एक ही बिंज ऐप पर.
वाव सर.
और चाहो तो 4 अलग अलग स्क्रीन पर भी देख लो. ये सब मिलेगा सिर्फ 199 रुपीज पर मंथ में. तो हो गए ना 4 गुना 4 199. टाटा प्ले बिंज सब्सक्राइब नाउ.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's pick action with the second frontier of our game here today. And it's time for string theory. Here it is. Overall answer is what matters. You got to string a theory together for us as we start with the first one on your screen now. All of these will lead you to one of those individuals who's valued as a very high. On my left, Tarun from NIT Jamshedpur.
Mahendra Singh Dhoni.
Explain that to me.
India Cements Chennai Super Kings connection. Parachute regiment is a part of that. And I don't see the picture clearly, but I think it's Ranchi. So I'll say I don't see the picture clearly.
You don't necessarily see it clearly. Coming from Jamshedpur, you should not miss out on a Dhoni, but all of you here would know Dhoni as much as anyone in India would. Plus 20 to him, well thought through, putting things together. That's modern quizzing. You got to apply the knowledge and work out an answer. Deserving 20. As we go to the next one on screen, here it is. All these are specific symbols and emblems of a particular state of India. On my right, he's giving it a shot, is Paras.
Odisha.
From NIT Rourkela, he says these are all animals and flowers which essentially have been blocked by Orissa as their symbols. Plus 20. Plus 20 to him. The scoreboard is getting back to where it should be. And it was at the beginning of this contest. Third one on your screen now. All of these would lead you to someone very important. Yes?
MS Swaminathan.
Explain.
I think from food he brought about green revolution in India, so that's all I know.
So you're going on the food
and
the
rice.
World Food Prize is a very, very coveted award, but Dr. Swaminathan will give you a 20. Well played on that. He moves himself into the lead. Is this young man from NIT Rourkela. He's been playing well right through and he's in the positives. He's going to be careful about his game as we go to the next one on your screens now. Institutions of India. Extraordinarily important institution of India is your overall answer. It's something India would deeply pride in.
रूठेगा भाई रूठेगा जब खिलौना टूटेगा. रूठेगा भाई रूठेगा जब खिलौना टूटेगा.
This is Baby Now. And this is BB Now. Matlab Big Basket Now. Delivering in 10 minutes.
जीतेगा भाई जीतेगा.
Guessing Indian Institutes of Hotel Management.
minus 20. Something India would take pride in. I mean, huge answer. He's giving it a shot as Avinash from IIT Dhanbad. Yes.
Are these former chiefs of the Indian Armed Forces different?
Minus again. Oh, they're all getting nervous. They're again going back into the negatives. Anybody with an answer? It's a zonal final. It would be tough. This is the Election Commission of India. Rarely do you see a chief guest answering and getting it right. So that's nice to see the Vice Chancellor getting an answer right here today. The Election Commission of India. On to the next one. Here we go. All of these will lead you to something that has charmed the world. He's gone for it quickly as Paras.
Barbie.
Explain.
Margot Robbie played the role of Barbie in the movie. Mattel is the parent company of Barbie, and that is, I think, the founder of Barbie who named her Barbie, I guess, or the founder of the toy Barbie.
So your overall answer is the
Barbie.
toy Barbie as a product.
Yep.
Plus 20. Oh, he's beginning to play well here as Paras from NIT Rourkela. He's looking good. As we go to the next one, hands on the buzzer. Final one in this round of stringing your theories together. Here it is. All of these will connect to something all of us have studied through school and college. Lord, oh, he's going for it. Well, he has to, from NIT, Tarun.
Like they have elements named after them in the periodic table.
They all have elements named after them. Minus 20. All right, I'm going to give you the answer and you're going to kick yourselves on stage. You got NITs, IITs, everyone on stage, and you missed out on this. Their names: Anders Celsius, Daniel Fahrenheit, Lord Kelvin, William Rankine. Well, temperature scales in this world are all named and products attributed to them from the world of temperature. Tough ones here as the temperature rises at Tata Crucible. As we take a look at where this battle is on our Tata Play binge board, this is how it's unfolding. Leading this quiz with 40 is Paras from NIT Rourkela. He is representing Odisha in this cluster, in this zonal final. Along with him, in a not so tough position, because they're both on nil, is Sashwat and Kevin. As we move into the penultimate frontier, time for some analytical intelligence. Here it is. On your screen, starting with the first one, here it is. E minus 1, T plus 1, M plus 1, A minus 1, R plus 1 and G minus 1 will lead you to an important company in India led by a famous lady.
जाएगा बोला जाएगा ये सब बोलता बनाएगा जाएगा बोला जाएगा ये सब बोलता बनाएगा.
This is Baba Now and this is BB Now. Matlab Big Basket Now. Delivering in 10 minutes.
Biocon.
Explain that to me.
First is, well, actually you told headed by a lady, that's why I told Biocon, but its first is Beats, so B, Spotify, so I, Motorola, M plus O, and I just pounced on that. But then it is MasterCard, Baskin-Robbins, and Burger King. So I think that...
He knows all the logos, but he took a chance the moment I gave him the clue that it's a woman leader. That's the way you play the game. Sometimes you got to take risks. He's taking the risks. Plus 20. Plus 20. He's got that right. He's happy. Thumps the table and says, yes, I needed that 20. He's beginning to move ahead of the others, and he knows that's the way to do it in a zonal final because you don't want a clutter running behind you. Question number 2, on to that formula. Here it is. M minus 3, G plus 1, S plus 2, I plus 1, B plus 1, and E minus 1 will all lead you to a technology company from India. All right, no one choosing to take a chance on that. I genuinely thought the others will pounce on this round because this is the place where you can take your chances. Anybody in the audience working the answer out on that? All right, tough one for everyone. The answer that we were looking for is Zensar. Zents are the answer that I was looking for. As we go to the next one, hands on the buzzer, question coming up with the formula. Here we go. Crack this code now. E minus 1, M plus 1, H plus 2, S minus 2, A plus 1, and R minus 1 will lead you to an important company from the United States, but with a very strong presence in India. Company which works on security, storage, etc. Very workable. On table number 2, Shashwat from Sikkim Manipal University.
NetApp.
Well played. Oh, very well played. He's got a 20. He's moving into the positive there. If he gets one more, he's going to be in striking distance. As we go to the next one, the final one in this round, on screen now. O minus 1, R minus 1, Y minus 2, Y minus 3, and N plus 2 will all lead you to an iconic brand. Well,
Rolex.
break that up for me.
Roger Federer R, Oreo.
Roger Federer for a R.
Then O, and the last one is Yonex X.
Oreo. The last one is Yonex, will give you a X.
Yeah,
so you got R, O, dash, dash, and X.
Yes, so that's fittingly Rolex.
He hedges well when he plays, and you got to do that. Plus 20. Plus 20 to him. Paras looks like he is gunning to get to that national final. On 80, he's looking good, but the game is not over. As we move to the final frontier of our game here today, time for quick thinking. Here it is. Question number 1. Nikolai and Pavel Durov founded a cloud. Nikolai and Pavel Durov. He's gone for it.
Telegram.
Superb. Oh, outstanding answer from him. He's a good quizzer. Just that this final was not of the color that he would normally like. High quality answer. Very high quality answer from Tarun. He gets to minus 20 with that effort. But well, that's how it is. On to the next one. Hands on the buzzer. Slat, S-L-A-T, known as Slats, was a lion. This lion was born in the Dublin Zoo in 1919. Slats was trained by Walney Pfeiffer, and the training that Walney gave this particular lion was to growl and not to roar. It was a unique training of a lion.
आप भी जॉब ढूंढना स्टार्ट कर दो। टाटा एआईए लाइफ इंश्योरेंस ने हमारे फ्यूचर का दी एंड कर दिया है। मैंने कहा मैम फ्यूचर में है लंबा हॉस्पिटल बिल। वो बोली कंप्लीट हेल्थ कवर है ब्रो, जस्ट चिल। आज फिट रहने के रिवॉर्ड्स, रिटायरमेंट के बाद भी इनकम, सब फिकर फ्री हैं, सब तैयार हैं।
हे पोपट, फिर तुम तैयार क्यों नहीं हो? अब इनका फ्यूचर सिक्योर नहीं पर आपका होगा। टाटा एआईए लाइफ इंश्योरेंस से रहो हर वक्त के लिए तैयार।
यहाँ बायोडाटा भेज देना।
MGM Studios logo lion.
The MGM Films logo.
The lion that roars in that.
They needed a lion to growl and not roar. Plus 20. Plus 20. Well, he is growling today, is Tarun. All right, here we go. Question number 3. It has become an informal term in reference to something used across the world. It comes from the fact that in the mid-18th century, the frontiersmen and the Native Americans used the skin of a male deer as a medium of exchange between them. Hence, this term is used even today for something that we use as a medium of exchange, but it's a colloquial term. What is this word? Oh, human instinct, quizzer instinct. Go ahead.
Buck, B-U-C-K for cash.
Oh, skin of a deer. So when you give money, you say 10 bucks, 20 bucks. It actually comes from the fact that skin of deer was used. Superb. Superb. That's a very good quizzer coming in from NIT Rourkela. He's got his facts in place. He's got depth into his knowledge. Superbly answered. Final question, nonetheless. I joined the Tata Group in 1974. I retired in 2003 as director of the Sir Dorabji Tata Trust. During my association, I authored a number of books celebrating the heritage of the Tatas. I have formerly been a chief guest at Tata Crucible. Who am I?
RM Lala.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. I could not have had a better question as the last one as we wrap the season and go to the national final. 24 clusters, 8 zonal finals, outstanding quizzers from across the length and breadth of this nation. I had to pay tribute to one man who captured so much of Tata legacy through his amazing books, RM Lala. It was truly a humbling moment for all of us at Tata Crucible when he came and gave the awards. It truly were moments of Tata Crucible that we cherish over the last 20 years. And ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a final look here today on our Tata Play binge board with the results of this zonal telling us that Paras Mahalik from NIT Rourkela goes into the national final with a perfect 100. What a way to get there. Well, he wins himself a lot of bucks on the way in this zonal and will hope to win more bucks at Mumbai. He'll remember that for a long time. But ladies and gentlemen, let's take nothing away from the remaining 5 superb finalists. They won their respective cluster rounds. He just probably came on like a tsunami in this zonal round. Thoroughly emphatic. Moving on to our tiebreaker here between 2 of them on my left and right. Tarun from NIT Jamshedpur, Shashwat from Sikkim Manipal. Question to both of you. Hit the buzzer if you think you know the answer. Well, I am not just a celebrity, I'm also a businessman in India. I own Hari Om Entertainment. He's gone for it on my left is Tarun.
Akshay Kumar.
Akshay Kumar.
Hari Om is his father's name, if I'm not wrong.
Will win him the runner-up here today. But ladies and gentlemen, on that Tata Play binge leaderboard, here's the final tally from the last of our zonals. 20 to 21, extremely close final, but Paras goes through with that perfect 100 from NIT Rourkela. He becomes our 8th national finalist. It is indeed our pleasure and privilege to have with us a wonderful person who I would perhaps introduce best as a teacher. He's had an illustrious career, but at heart, while reading his profile, I think the teacher remains. He's been an academic who could have well been a corporate citizen given his qualifications and contributions, but chose to be in academics. He's been a part of an institute during his teaching career, which was on stage earlier from BIT Mesra. He's helped shape this university, which has played a wonderful host to us this year at KIIT Bhubaneshwar, former national and international champions of this very quiz. It's a very good quizzing institution, missing out today on a big final slot. But ladies and gentlemen, it's our pleasure and privilege here today to welcome at this university, with our gratitude for the beautiful support they offered us, the Vice-Chancellor of KIIT, Dr. Saranjit Singh. May I also request my young colleague Rashmi to please join us on stage. We're seeing a completely different set of students coming into higher education now. They're extremely sharp. They're extremely ambitious compared to the previous generations. They want to be entrepreneurs early. Startup has become the new mantra. But you've seen generations, like I said, as a teacher. What's your advice to them?
If you look into our parents, those who started their career in 60s, worked around in 70s and 80s and even early 90s to some extent, for them, having one career was more than enough. So they used to get into a job and they used to retire. For us, probably, is a generation which has been linking these 2 generations. we might be having maybe not more than 2 or at the max, maybe somewhere near 3 carriers. So you'll not find people who will be doing a lot of leapfrogs there. But then the new generation which are coming up from the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years, you can see there is a lot of leapfrogs happening. But this is good for the health of the country in the sense because many of them have an entrepreneurial mindset. Many of them want to take calculative risk. And the India, as I said, has been passing through such a beautiful transition. If you look into the call made by our Honorable Prime Minister, he says this is now or never. It means so that next 25 years is what probably India is going to provide to these young people, which probably even the Western world will not give them. So here is an opportunity. And if you even look into those factual data, last 5 years, number of unicorns, now what India has been producing, and the percentage of unicorn probably, I mean, before 2020, probably you won't be having less than even 10% of unicorns coming from India. Now we are as good as our next rivals and neighbors, that is China. And probably everything is happening here. So that's what we advise to all our young people, that always don't look into the global north, always don't look into the west. There is a lot of things which can be done in global south and a lot of things which can be done here in India. And all roads are leading to India. So my advice to them is rely on your own inner gut feeling that the opportunities are plenty and plethora here in India. You, rather than being a part of a shift and a drift of a brain drain kind of stuff, which we used to call in our generation, you should not be part of that. Rather, it has to be a reverse brain drain, and a lot of good people has to come back here and should come back and be a part of this ecosystem, try to develop this ecosystem. If we have to make India a developed nation by 2047, under Viksit Bharat 2047, what our Honorable Prime Minister is thinking, the role of these youngsters becomes very important. They have to spend time here. They have to come up with those ideas, and there are a lot of investments, plans and investors and schemes and instruments which are available. Probably if they cater on that, probably they may become successful entrepreneurs and will create more jobs. Rather than being a job seeker, they can be job providers. Lovely. So I'm very hopeful the upcoming generation will actually take this vision of our Honorable Prime Minister, as well as, look into the another factor as well. We are just sitting on a very high demographic dividend. Our average age is less than 30 now. And next 10 years, 15 years, it still remains around 30. So probably we have to capitalize on this human atom bomb on which we are sitting. And we have to bring in more opportunities for them. We have to give them more canvas to paint, think beyond boundaries, and give them opportunities to flourish. I don't think so. We must look into a very orthodox way. Our way of looking into things should be that wealth creation is not a taboo. Let's look into that. Let's create more wealth. And then, of course, the wealth need to be distributed, equated to the haves and to the have-nots as well, so that we take Bharat also along with India. With this, I am really thankful to entire Tata Crucible team. Thank you, sir, for calling me here. Thank you, sir.
Truly well said, sir. Really well said. One good news which I must share with you is, thankfully, we were forced to go online, etc., during the pandemic period with quizzing. But this year, especially, we've seen a huge comeback onto the quizzing scene. In fact, this quiz alone, we had more than 3 lakh participants and more than 1 lakh girls. So hats off to all the girls for the way they took part this year. So it's been if he's going to be in the top 8 of the country, it's from 3 lakh plus students. So it's probably like India's biggest entrance exam, in a sense. But truly well said, Doctor. As we move straight into our contestants here.
Moving on to the winner of the zonal final here today, who has now moved into the national final of Tata Crucible Campus Quiz 2024, is none other than Paras from NIT Rourkela. Big Brain, if I can request you to give a small token of appreciation to our chief guest here today.
Thank you so much. I appreciate all the hospitality. So, ladies and gentlemen, after that remarkable zonal final that you just witnessed, we've identified our final national finalist. You're certainly going to be waiting to watch that one as much as Rashmi and I look forward to presenting that to you. Paras from NIT Rourkela will move in as that final contender into that illustrious list of 8 finalists. But all that at the big national final of Tata Crucible for Campuses 2024. Who will remain undefeated this year? We'll tell you in the next episode. But till then, from my colleague Rashmi Furtado, from me, Pick Brain, from all of us here at Team Tata Crucible, thank you for being with us right through this season. But we'll come to you with a big closer in the next episode. Till then, take care. Goodbye.